as soon as I look up, all hell broke loose. Yo, what's up, y'all boys, man? Welcome back to the podcast. You feel me? And today I got a little story time for y'all. You feel me? So, today, you know what I'm saying? It's another fight story time, y'all. I don't know why I always end up in the middle of fights, you feel me? But I do, you feel me? I guess it is what it is. But I guess it's part of my destiny type shit. But so this story don't start off like this, you feel me? So, man, my bad, y'all keep saying you feel me. That shit annoying as fuck. Let me calm down. But so the story time background is my little brother plays high school football. Well, this was a senior year, his last year. So we pulled up to his game, you know what I'm saying? Like I put up to his game, whatever. They were playing a team that was they were overmatched. So the team they were playing was way better than them, and they ended up getting blown out like early in the game, whatever. So I'm sitting in the stands, right? With my parents, you feel me? My brothers. We all sitting together, and the parents in the stands are getting mad because, you feel me? The team's getting blown out, you feel me? And they looking, at this point, their morale is down. They just trying to get on the bus and go home. They just half-assing. So now parents are, in the crowd are yelling, talk about what went wrong this season and whose fault it was, and, you feel me? Yelling at people's kids. That's some shit you're not supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? So, who's sitting with us as well is one of our family friends, you feel me? We knew him for like a long ass time, bro, like 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying? So he's sitting with us, and he's a old coach, you know. So I'm gonna stop saying you know what I'm saying, but he's an old coach, so he knows about football. And the whole time he was sitting with us, me, him, and my dad, we were talking about the game, and my brother as well, talk about the game, and why they were beating the shit out of our team, you know what I'm saying? My brother's team. We was talking about it. We were saying how, you feel me, what we could do to, you know what I'm saying, to improve the score, make the score look better. Well, anyways, in the midst of us talking, somebody in the top of the stand started yelling, right? I didn't really hear what he said, so I'm not finna try to quote or try to guess what he said. But I guess he yelled a bad play call, and our family friend, like I said, he knows football, he coached for a long time, he yelled back up like, no, that's not smart type shit, you feel me? So, now they in a back and forth debating about the play call and what they should do. So, everybody laughing, I'm laughing, I'm like, these boys funny, bro, they just, you know what I'm saying, they just politic about the game, it's not that serious. So, anyways, they would go to yelling for like 3 minutes about the game. And then they stop. So I'm thinking everything dead. But at this point, the security, you feel me, the police officers at the game have pulled up closer to the action to like make sure nothing's going on, and just in case something goes on, they could jump in and stop it, right? So, like I said, they yelling, and then it was all chill for a little bit, you feel me? I thought it was done. I'm laughing. I'm like, these boys funny. It's like some old head shit, you feel me? Like arguing at a high school football game about a play call. Like, this shit not that serious. So, I'm taking shit calm, like I'm saying. And then, out of nowhere, dude on top. So, like I said, me, my family, and our family friend, we're sitting at the bottom of the bleachers, right? The dude that's yelling is sitting at the very top. So I didn't know where to do at the very top. I guess he felt some type of way still, and he called bro a pussy or something like that, something offensive, you know what I'm saying, to make him hyper react. So our family friend got up, he stood up, and he stared at him like disrespectfully, right? So then buddy that was yelling at him, and his friend stood up, and now like they was walking down, and as soon as I look up, all hell broke loose. I see my brother, my two brothers, and my dad standing up, looking at dudes up top, talking about, yeah, come down here and get your ass beat type shit. You feel me? Talking shit. Like I said, I'm from the hood, you feel me? I got, you know what I'm saying? My parents low-key from the hood, you know what I'm saying? They don't stand for no disrespect. You feel me? So, bro up there talking crazy. My dad, my brothers, it's my dad and two brothers, right? It's three of them and it's two people up top. Actually, no, I'm miscounting. It's my dad, my two brothers, and our family friends. So it's four of them. Four of us together, and then it's two guys up top together, right? So the two guys up top thought our family friend was alone, so they was finna walk down and like try to jump him or whatever. So My dad, my two brothers stood up with him. So we looking up. They looking up. They're like what's up type shit. So then I look down. I see the police coming. Now they got 3 officers coming up. So immediately I hop in the middle. I'm like, yo, let's go this slide. Forget about it, let's slide. So I got my dad and my brother and you feel me, I start escorting them out. While I'm escorting them out, you feel me, like, they following me. They still talking shit to buddy up top, but they following me. They let me lead them out so they don't get in trouble. Cause we got, like I said, I got my little brother. My brother has a kid that's here with us, a little baby kid, and I don't like to like the theme of my episodes and shit like this when kids involved. I don't like to traumatize kids, like, cause I've been through this shit through life where my dad got arrested in front of me and how it made me feel. So I know I don't want a little kid to feel like that. You feel me? So I noticed my little nephew here with me, and I go, okay, I'm gonna step in. So I step back in the middle, and I go, all right, let's go. So I pick him up. I told him, let's slide. So I'm walking him down the bleachers. I'm walking him out. They talking shit to the dude up there, but they not resisting me. They let me, like, lead him out. So the police officer, right, it's 3 of them, one come up. He don't try to grab my pops, like, I forgot what he said. He said, if you keep going, you're going to jail. He tried to grab his wrist. Y'all, this was a bold move of me, but I wasn't thinking. At the time, I'm thinking about protecting my family. That's all I'm thinking about, making sure nobody in my family get in trouble over no bullshit or do no dumb shit. So the police officer come up, and he grabbed my dad by his arm, by his wrist. So I grabbed the officer's wrist, and I picked it up off him. I said, I got it, we good. And bro looked at me like, you feel me? Like I was in control. He said, all right, you feel me? He moved out of the way. So I get him down the bleachers, and we all the way on the far right of the bleachers, right? So to leave, you have to walk all the way across from the bottom of the bleachers to the left. So we got to go past everybody. So at this point, everybody here was going on. I got two grown-ass men on my arm, you feel me? So I got them on my shoulder. I'm like, let's go, let's slide. I said, fuck all that, let's slide. So, you know what I'm saying? They mad, whatever. They talking shit. So I walk them down, and we walking back out to the gate, you feel me, to leave. So the game almost over, by the way, when this happened. This is a fourth quarter. Like they was already blowing us out. The game was almost over. So as I'm walking them out, one of the dudes up top, his son came down to the fence, right? His son came down, and he said, who's messing with my dad? And he threw a bottle at me and my 2 brothers, right? So then, all of a sudden, my other brother come up, and he said, who fuck with my dad? And he trying to fight dude on his team. You feel me? So his teammate threw a bottle at us. So my dad, and I seen the bottle, but it was a badass throw, so it missed. So my little brother that's on the field, he come up on the sideline. He said, who fuck with my dad? And then he see you through the bottle, so he trying to fight you on the sideline. They trying to get my little brother outside on kickoff while he trying to fight his teammate. So at this point, I'm tunnel vision to get my family, my brother, and my dad out of this situation. Like, I'm not even worried about nothing else. I'm not worried about the game. I'm not worried about what other people was thinking or saying. Matter of fact, I couldn't even tell you what nobody else was thinking or saying. I just know one person came up to me. That's what I can remember. They said, remember it's for the kids. I said, yeah, I know, I got them. And that's all I said. Everything else was a blur. I was tunnel vision on the exit of this football field. So as I'm walking them out, they got more officers like on the outside to make sure that we leave or that I get them out of there. So I'm walking, and then my dad was still pretty heated, but my brother was straight. He said I'm straight. He told me I'm good. So he was talking to the police officers and explaining what happened, because the police officers didn't understand that the aggressors were the group up top and not the group at the bottom. The group, like us at the bottom, we just stood up for defense, and the aggressors were at top. But they low-key like baited my dad and my brother to react so we can get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So I drop my brother off. He talking to the police officers. I get my dad to the outside because he's still mad. He talking. You know what I'm saying? He had a bad experience with law enforcement in his life, so he already mad at dude up top. I got him mad. So now the police involved, he even madder. So he's saying, fuck all this, I do this, fuck all that. I'm like, all right, let's go, dad, let's go. So I'm just like walking him out and, you know what I'm saying, just calm him down, let's go. So I walk him out, and at this game you had to cross the road because it was packed. So we crossed the road, and there's a police officer in the middle of the road, and they already had radio what was going on. So I get him across the street. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, he's still yelling. I'm like, listen, just listen. So I get him to listen. I'm like, they're baiting us. You feel me? I explained to him what the tactic was. They baited you so they knew you would get kicked out. I was explaining to him what happened. Basically, they baited us so we could get kicked out. And I would say, this don't act out. Like I said, alright. You feel me? So, I sit him out. I leave him outside. Then I come back into the game to see my little brother at the end of the game. So my little brother, the game's over, and he's still mad because little bro threw a bottle at us. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm coming in, my older brother's coming out because he's just walking out the fence because he wasn't mad anymore. But like I said, I go to my brother. I'm like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "You good, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah." He talking. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Man, little bro Pops was like a crazy." Whatever, they got into it, and he threw a bottle at us. And then my little brother was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get him." I said, "Listen, man, don't do that, bro. You got a lot of stuff to go for. Don't leave bro alone, man. Just let bro be. Don't fuck with him, cause I'm the big brother to get advice. I'm like the outlier of my family. Anybody else would have told him to beat dude up, but I know from experience, I'm trying to be a good role model and change, like, if you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to change the family. How do I say this? Trying to change the family morals, you feel me, down the family tree, you feel me? So I'm trying to spread them. I always try to be a good role model to the youth, as always I say in this podcast, you feel me? That's one of my goals in life, is to affect this generation as positively as I can and make positive changes. So I told him, just leave bro alone, just stay away from him, you feel me? Like, you good, don't worry about it. You got a lot of shit, you about to go to college, don't get in trouble over dude. So he's like, alright. So he was still talking shit to him, but he wasn't really like pressing him. So I walk outside, and at this point in time, everybody's out there. So my little brother, not my little brother, but my older brother's there, his kid's there, and his girlfriend is out there, as well as my mom and my dad. So I go outside, and I'm talking to him. I'm like, and they was like, the whole time that happened. Hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. So before I see my brother, I came inside, and the police officers was there, and I just gave him a thumbs up, like, I get it, it's all straight, because I just did their job. They don't know how to, listen, y'all, these were the worst police officers ever, you feel me? Like, as far as doing their job and de-escalating the situation, like, if somebody already mad, and you see somebody has it taken care of, don't go grab somebody and say, "You keep doing this, you're going to jail," because you're just adding on to the aggression, if you feel what I'm saying. So they looked at me, they said, "Oh yeah, thank you for being responsible for taking care of that." I said, "Yeah, man." And then I explained to bro, like, I was explaining to him the story, like, the other guys were the aggressors, like, we just were standing up to defend our friend, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I just didn't know what happened." I was like, "Yes, I was like, it's all straight, it's all settled now." He's like, "Alright, thank you." And I said, "Yeah, no problem." So anyways, they was like thanking me for settling it, because they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. So, but like I said, that was before I see my brother. So I go back outside the fence. After I see my brother, my younger brother gets on the bus to come back home. And outside is my brother, his girlfriend, his son, my dad, my mom. They all out there now. So I come outside, and they talking, and they was like, "You really the calm one in the family, because anybody else in my family would have got active." You know what I'm saying? So they're like, "You really the calm one," and I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "I don't like getting stuck in stupid shit." That's what I told him. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I got all that fight energy out of me when I was younger." You feel me? When I was younger, I used to fight all the time, but I got energy out of me because I knew it don't solve nothing. But you talking, whatever, and one of the images that's going to stay in my mind forever is this. I come outside, and my brother's girlfriend's out there, and she has my nephew, and my nephew's looking real upset. So I pick him up, and to play with him, to cheer him up, and he's like, "I don't want to play." So I get to spin him up, I put him on my neck, and he was good. And she told me, she's like, "Yo, when you dragged him out, he kept saying, is are they going to jail? Are they going to jail?" You feel me? Like, cause you feel me? Like, he was already traumatized, so that's what stuck in my head. That saying, he kept asking if we going to jail, and he was upset and really worried, which is why I broke up this situation, so nobody went to jail. But like, that's what stuck into my mind, bro. And that's like little shit, like moments like these remind me why I have a purpose in this world. You know what I'm saying? So she told me that, and I immediately put them up, cheered them up. I'm like, "Nobody going to jail, we good." And then we get to talking for a moment what happened, and I'm like, yo, I explained to them, y'all boys tweaking, and I explained to them what happened from an unbiased point of view, because at this point, they're not mad, but they're frustrated a little bit, so they biased into, like, trying to, like, say everybody was against them. So I explained to them what happened, and they was like, alright. So while I'm out there, the dudes, they got into the argument too, pull up outside, and they walk over to them. So I'm standing in the middle of them again, you feel me, just in case. Like, and I forgot to add this to the story, y'all. I'm probably like 130, 140. These motherfuckers that's fighting probably like 200. You feel me? So these some big motherfuckers compared to me, and I still broke that shit up just cause I'm smooth with it. You feel me? I'm smooth in it. I just be pimping life. You feel me? I gotta smooth my piece in life. I just know how to de-escalate situations, bro, and make shit go my way. But I'm 130. You got probably like two motherfuckers that's 200. My pop's probably 200. My brother probably like 180, 200. You know what I'm saying? We outside. So we outside. And the two dudes they got into it with come outside, right? And they walk toward them. And I'm like, okay, let me get in the middle just in case. Because I don't know what the vibes is. And, so he come outside. He apologized. So he's like, my bad, bro. I just got into the game. Blah, blah, blah. You feel me? They just chopped it up and they was like, oh, we good. And we was just explaining that we was coming to defense of our family friend because he was alone. And they was like, yeah, man, my bad. So they just chopped it up. They squashed it. Whatever. And, because we had a woman involved as well. The woman didn't get in the middle of it. I broke it up myself, but the woman were trying to calm people down. So I seen dude wife. Basically, dude, one of the people that we got into it with, we knew him for a long time, but we were just defending our family friend, so it was no beef against him. So, like I said, I saw dude wife, and I was like, I asked her was she good, and she was like shaking up. I'm like, yeah, it's all good. You feel me? She gave me like a little hug. I was like, yeah, we all straight. So after that, they come out, they squashed the beef, and I was like, all right, so that's it. And then we get into the whip. Because my brother's parked at the other end of the parking space, but they kicked him out of the field, so he couldn't walk through. So I'm like, all right, I'll give y'all a ride over there. So I'm driving over, and our family friend called, and he's like, yo, you good? Like, he talking to us. I'm like, yeah, man. And I'm like, I explained to him that somebody tried to throw a bottle at us, one of the kids on the field. He was like, dead ass? And I was like, yeah, like, this little motherfucker tried to throw a bottle, but he got no aim, so he missed. So we was laughing about it. So literally, like, 20 minutes after it happened, we was laughing. So I drove him over to the whip, and I was like, alright, bet. And I dropped him off. And that was the end of the night, you feel me? But, y'all, I don't understand why I'm always in the middle of fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the reasons I moved out of the hood or out of that environment is because of this the unnecessary bullshit that people get into. And I don't like this to be around arguing or this unnecessary shit. You feel me? I don't like to be around that environment. But it always follows me. Like, I'm even in college, bro, I'm always breaking up fights, bro. I broke up my homeboy fight when he slapped a girl. All kinds of shit, bro. Like, but good thing I was there because, you feel me, I squashed that shit. And what's crazy about it is something told me to sit with them. Usually at the games, I don't sit with them. I like go to like the end of the field so I could get closer to the field and like sort of like think about the game without the loud chatter in the stands. But I sat with them, and something was telling me to do that, and it makes sense. You feel me? It was like a sign to do it. So that's the crazy part about it, because I normally don't sit with them. But yeah, man, my word of advice for these, we always have a word of advice at the end of all these story times. Number one, you don't hear me say this all the time. Stay on 10 toes. Make sure you know your surroundings. The only reason I was able to stop that situation before it happened because I was aware of my surroundings. I was listening to everything, and I saw everything. I saw the cops before they pulled up. My pop's brother and my brother didn't even know the cops pulled up or how many it was. I knew how many pulled up. I knew where the exit was, and I knew if the worst came to worst, I knew what I was going to do. So stay on 10 toes so you always have a plan if shit go wrong. Number two, please, y'all, over little shit, don't fight over little shit, bro. Especially in 2021, don't try to fight nobody over no little shit, because you never know who got a pocket rocket on them, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to turn to Swiss cheese and you know what I'm saying, and be on the cover of Say Cheese Instagram post. So be careful out there. Don't be trying to fight everybody just to prove you tough and martial, you feel me? If it's something little, let that shit go, man. And if it's something you gotta address that to a person face to face and in a calm manner, you feel me? So y'all can get an even understanding of what's going on and how it made you feel. Cause that's how I do shit in life, and I haven't gotten into a fight since I was probably like, I don't know, like 10, 11. Like, you feel me? I haven't gotten no fights since then because I knew how to communicate, and that's a major problem in this world. We don't know how to communicate, which is why we cause a lot of problems. But that's advice number 2 for y'all. And advice number 3, y'all, is just stay safe, man. Just stay safe, bro. That's my final word of advice from the story time. Stay safe, man. Don't stay out of dangerous situations, man, and get out of that jam if necessary, which ties into advice number 1, stay 10 toes, you feel me? Stay aware of your surroundings, but stay safe, you know what I'm saying? Just avoid conflicts in life, man, and you'll be way better. You don't want to apply your energy to negative energy, you know what I'm saying? Because all of you are bright, you know what I'm saying? As humans, bro, all of us are bright. We all have the opportunity to change this world and positively affect the world. So express your energy towards affecting the world in a positive way instead of a negative way. So if it's any way you could avoid a negative confrontation or a negative energy, just avoid it. So that's my tips. And by the way, I forgot to say this, but RP to Young Dolph, man. I was gonna make a video on it, but I don't know. I might make a video on it next week. But I was just processing my thoughts because I've been listening to Young Dolph and P Glock and all them boys since 2015, you feel me, since I was 14. Believe me, you feel me, I've been listening to Young Dolph for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say RP Young Dolph. I hope his family, wish him the best from the situation. I hope they find the killers. And I hope everybody in his surrounding keep their heads together and don't do no dumb shit over this, like retaliation violence, because it's just not gonna be good. They all got kids, you feel me? I just hope they keep it together and they can get over this hump in their life successfully. But I just had to say that, man. RP Young Dolph again. And with that being said, that's the end of the episode, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I hope y'all enjoyed how active I was this week, you feel me? And like I said, I'm ever improving this podcast for y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a good night and peace out.